Hello nail friends, and welcome back to another Honey Doll Nails video. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so that you may be notified of all future videos. Hello nail friends, Happy New Year. I hope that you are doing well. God bless you all. Today I want to talk to you about starting your own nail business. I know a lot of you may not know how to start your nail business or where to start when you're starting your nail business. So I'm going to take you on a little journey. I also did a little bit of shopping at the end of this video so you can see where to get basic little things that you would need to start your business with. First thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about branding yourself, and we're going to talk about your budget. How much money do you really want to spend on your nail business? Now, I particularly say that if you don't have a lot of money, you can go on to my favorite site, everybody knows, which is AliExpress. You can take $100 to $150 and get your nail business started. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be going into AliExpress store and showing you exactly what to buy to save you money. And it doesn't include any polish, okay? This is just basic stuff that you could buy to get your business started. Also, what do you want to sell? How do you want to brand yourself? You have to give yourself a name. What is a nice little catchy name that you could name yourself? Get your colors together as well. How much do you want to charge? Get your price list together. But before you start anything, what you really should do is get all your emails together. I have 3 emails. I have 1 email for my business, I have 1 email for my personal, and I have 1 email for something else. And I'll talk about that a little later on. So after you get your emails together, then you need to get your social media sites together. And that includes Instagram, Facebook. You can link those 2 together. Also, TikTok. TikTok is good if you don't know how to work a photo program or a document program. Then you could definitely get on TikTok and do your little clip ups. And it is actually the fastest, cheapest way to get your stuff out there. Now, let me say this. I would not advise you to start selling anything until you get your branding together, because a lot of people want to see what type of work you do. They want to know how long you've been doing nails and are you qualified. Now, there are a lot of nail techs out there that are self-taught. I think that's awesome. I am not self-taught. I went to school twice to do nails, and now I myself am teaching how to do nails. So I had to go to a regular cosmetology school, because back then when I was going to school, there were no nail academies. So once I finished school, then there was a nail academy available that was in a town. At the time, I was living in New York. Best place to do nails is in the city. So after I graduated from Long Island Beauty School, which is 75 Fulton Avenue, I don't even know if they're still up and running. But after that, then I went to Bosie's Nail Academy. I already knew how to airbrush. I really only wanted to go to school for nails, but at the time there was no real good nail academies at that time. So that was only a 6-month run. In all, it cost me $30,000 to go to school. Now it doesn't cost that much. You can actually take a small little introductory class that may take about a month. That might be about $300. You can take that class and it will give you the A, B's, and C's, the in and outs, do's and don'ts, on how to decide if you want to touch somebody's nails or not, depending on how they look. They also teach you about the diseases of the skin, because you do need to know that, and how to cut the cuticles properly without making your client bleed, because we know there are a lot of people that are on a lot of medication. They will not let you know that they are diabetic. So once you start clipping those cuticles and they start bleeding, guess what? They don't stop bleeding. It continues on. And I'm pretty sure you have seen these bloody cuticles all over the internet. They look horrible. Another thing, you definitely want to, if you can, get your YouTube page together. Start making yourself some videos and start loading them up onto your social media sites. Link them all together. Make sure that you have a common theme or a gimmick. What's your slogan? My slogan is Dare to be different. I've had that for a while because I don't like to copy other people's work. And even if my clients want me to, I always tell them, let me put my spin on it, because I think it's plagiarism. I really do adore these beautiful nails that's on Instagram and all over the internet, but I don't have a desire to copy somebody else's work. Now, if you can copy somebody else's work to the T, that's good. But I'm always teaching my students, try to be as original as you can possibly be. Next thing, you're going to have to learn some type of document program or photo program. So a lot of the cell phones, especially the iPhone, has an awesome camera. It also has awesome photo editing software. Now, when it comes to Android phones, depending on which phone you're getting, like Samsung is pretty good, and so is Google Pixel. These phones have really good editing softwares as well as good photo software. So you really may not even need a computer. You may not even need a 4K camera. But as for me, being that I do live streams, I also do watch me work. So I also have the camera up when I'm doing other people's nails. And my own phone will be ringing at the same time. So I can't use my phone to do videos with. I can, but that would mean I would have to cut down on the other business coming through my cell phone. And that's not going to work. So what I did was I saved up my money and I bought the most expensive laptop that I could get that was not an Apple. Okay, I have an HP. I spent about $1,000 on this computer. Awesome. The software on it is awesome as well. So on this software on my computer, I have Microsoft Clipchamp. Now, if you don't know anything about Clipchamp, it is an editing software that comes with Microsoft. It's very easy to work. You just drag and drop and put in your little words or whatever. You can make it animated if you want to. Now, if you want something a little more extensive than that, then let me recommend Wondershare Filmora. Wondershare Filmora is a very good program. It's like $45 a year. It used to be you could get a license for Filmora and have a lifetime license, but they did away with that a couple of years ago because I had a lifetime license. Once they did away with that, now they want you to purchase their product every year. So annually, I pay about $45. Not bad, because most editing softwares that you pay by the year will charge you $200 to $300 depending on how technical the software is. If you're not into any of that, then just remember what I said earlier. Your cell phone can do the same thing. You can videotape, you can throw it on TikTok, you can chop it up and edit it, and then you can throw it onto all of your websites all at one time. Also, if you don't want to do that, you're going to need a 4K camera. Now, you can get a 4K camera from Amazon. They don't cost that much. The one that I bought might have been $65. It also allows you to tape the nails, put it onto your computer, download it into your editing software, and chop it up and do whatever you need to do. It will be a crystal clear video if that's what you want. Also, you're going to need some type of ring light. So you're going to need some type of lighting, not just the light from above in your house, unless you got real good lighting. You're going to need a ring light, at least one. Okay? So now, for those of you that want to go a little deeper, the next thing that you do is get your website up and running. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about websites, let me recommend Wix. Wix has a website that you can get that is free of charge. As long as you're not selling anything on it, you can get a free site. You just have to get someone to put it together for you or learn how to put it together for yourself. It's very easy. It's drag and drop. There's lots of videos on YouTube to teach you and walk you through how to work Wix. And I'll just insert a little bit of my own website But I did go to school for website design, so I do know how to work on websites, and I do have people that pay me to get their websites up and running. So these are just a little of the things that you will need even before you buy anything. You need to have certain things in place. But like I said, if you don't have the money for all that, then you can always just get your $100, get your $50, get your $20, and go onto sites like AliExpress and buy in bulk. The nails that they have on there are already painted. Right now, everybody's into Frenches. So that's very easy for you to get the nails that you want. And then the only thing you would have to do is either sell them as they are, or you could add things to them like stones and embellishments to make even more money. Okay, so now let me talk to you about a website called Canva. I also want to talk to you about Clipchamp. These are video editing software, and also it helps you to make your stuff look a little cleaner if you want to brand yourself. They're both free. Only thing you have to do is sign up with your Gmail. That's why I say getting your email is very important, because this stuff works with your email. You can make your Instagram posts. You can edit in this. They do have a free version. You do not have to get the regular version. It's like $35 a month, something like that. Most of us cannot afford that. Also, there's CapCut. Now, I've never used CapCut, but I do know a lot of people that do use it, and guess what? They swear by it. It is a very good editing software. If you would like to try it, they do have a free version. So what I will do is I will link in the description box below everything that we have talked about so far, so that you can go through these things and figure it out for yourself if you really want to get it or not. But like I said, if you do not know how to work these programs, then you could always pay somebody to do the work for you if you can afford to do that. All right, if you would like for me to help you, walk you through the programs, then just let me know and I'll make a detailed video of each one if that's what you want me to do. Now let's jump right into the video, because I did go onto AliExpress site and I did go on and find some awesome deals for you if you would like to start your nail press-on business. Now, like I said, you do not have to have any type of top coat or base coat. You're just selling stuff straight out as it is. Only thing you have to do is just separate the products out. Once you get your branding and everything together and your labels and stuff like that, you're going to need bags. We're going to go through that too. AliExpress got bags, glue, files, everything that you need. And some of the stuff even comes already packaged, so that's even better. If you could just get your little branding tape and just put your name across it, listen, who would know? This is just for somebody that's just getting started. So what do you do when you are looking at, like, say for instance, these nails here? They come in different sizes and shapes. You might have 7-8 sets per box. So what I say do is take each set out. You know, that's already on this little stand. Only thing you have to do is put it in this little baggie with your card, seal it up. You could sell it just like that. If you wanted to make it a little more, then you could always get some glue and put stones right in the middle or right at the tips, and you could charge $5 more. Now, this whole container set of nails is only $5. So you know that each one that comes out should be $5. That's your starting price. The more stuff that you put on it, the more you go up. So if you're going to put stones on it, that makes it $10 or $15. You can even go up to $20, depending on if you want to all blinged out nail or not. Then again, too, you have to, you know, scope out the people and see who you want to sell it to. Now, this is a good idea if you wanted to become a distributor. Yes, you can become a distributor. You can just buy this stuff and sell it to any nail salon or any spa. You could just sell this whole pack, and guess what? This pack right here on Amazon will cost you $20 just for this pack. So if you bought this pack for $5 and you sold it for $25, let's just say, your profit margin is already to the top. So what I would do was I would go around to my neighborhood nail salons or my neighborhood spas, and I would see if they would want something like this. I would sit down and speak to the manager, because remember, you're trying to sell yourself. And a lot of times people will buy from you just so they don't have to order it. And once you get a contract with them, say for instance, every month you're bringing them 13, 14 boxes and people are buying it from them. See, you're giving it to them, you're making money from them, and of course they're going to have to upsell. So this is where your profit margin is over 200%. Just this product alone for $5. Just think about that. If you bought $100 just worth of this product. Now I'm going to show you many other different products that you can spend your money on, but this is just one. You can get all the colors. Sell them $30 a box. Look how much profit you have made. And then again too, you cannot be afraid to go into these salons and spas and sit down and talk to the managers. Now I do realize that there are some salons and spas that you can't go in because of who's running it. Okay, but if you're dealing with someone of your own ethnic, there's no reason why they wouldn't give you an audience. Just, and it's best to go in really early in the morning. Try not to go in late at night or in the afternoon, because that's when these places are at their peak. So if I was going to go into a spa or a salon to try to sell my product, I would go in as soon as the door opened. I would scope out these places to see when they opened. And then you can make a deal with the owner. Listen, if you sell them, I'll come back and pick up the money. You could do it that way. Because sometimes when you do it that way, the owner or the manager will most likely let you put your stuff in their displays. I've done it myself, so I know this works. Okay, so now we have the toenails. People are really into getting their toenails done, but a lot of times with the damage that acrylic has done, it's best to just do a cap, do a press-on toenail. This stuff doesn't cost no money. As you can see, the profit margin that you can make with this is just incredible. I mean, really. So normally what I do, you see me going through, whenever I want to see if I want to buy something or not, I'll always scroll down and see if anybody else bought it, see what the reviews are, see what it looked like when they opened it, And these are so cute for $1.57. I think you get maybe 5 sheets. So just think if you sold each sheet, because even for $1.57, that's good. And another thing, when you're selling stuff like this, it's as is. So if they buy it and they put it on and it cracked, you're not responsible for that, because you let them know, listen, when you buy these products from me, you buy them as is, because I get them from the factory. I did not make them. You have to sit down and explain that too. And most of the times when you're selling stuff like this to spas, they're going to reinforce it before they put it on their clients anyway, because that's what I do. I reinforce those nails to make sure that the French doesn't come off in a day or two. I reinforce the tip of the nail to make sure that it's not so flexible that it'll crack or split. Look at these nails. For less than $3. I mean, really, look how many sheets you're getting. So like I said, you can either sell the whole thing or you could sell it per sheet. But either way, I would say do both. I would say do both. Once you get, say you get, out of 10 salons you went to, only 2 said yes. Well, then that's good. Because word of mouth is going to get you other salons too. So what you could do is you could take the nails out of the box. You could put them in your own box. Look at these. These come in their own separate little boxes, okay? This is like a cat eye. It's already done. So only thing the person has to do is measure them up and put them on. Now there's only a few in here. You only get 10, you don't get 20, you don't get 30, you don't get 40 or 50. You just get one set. So when you're dealing with something like this, you could actually put your name on this. You could put your branding on it. And then only thing you would have to do is maybe put some stones on it, maybe. Look how beautiful these are. You didn't have to paint them, anything like that. So if you are going to add stuff to it, I suggest you reinforce your product. If you're going to buy these nails and they already have embellishments on them, reinforce the embellishment. So that means that you're going to have to get some glue, and not a whole lot of glue, just enough glue. So it's that once they take it out the box, it just don't fall all to pieces, because you're going to put your name on this. You're going to put your branding on it. You're going to put your logo on it. If you don't understand what I mean by your branding, you're going to get a logo. You're going to get it printed out in a roll, because you can do that. You can print this stuff out, and printing companies will print it out for you. Even Canva will do it for you. If you went on to Canva, and there is a link in the description box below, you go on to Canva and you play around with Canva and you make your own logo, because they do have logos already pre-made, like templates. Only thing you gotta do is click on it, put your name up there, maybe change the picture or make it bigger or smaller, send it off to Canva, and in a week it's back. You got a whole roll of stickers that's got your name on it, and you could just label that stuff all day long. I mean, somebody talk to me. All I see is money. I don't see nothing wrong with this. I don't see nothing wrong with making your own money if you're trying to start it off. Because guess what? Everybody don't know how to shape a nail properly. Everybody doesn't know how to do gel because it's runny and sticky. Everybody doesn't want acrylic because it's smelly and it's hard and you got to work so fast. This is a way for you to make money without spending a lot of money. They say you got to spend money to make money, but with this situation, you don't have to spend a lot. You really don't. All you have to do is believe that you can do it. Brothers, sisters, regardless if you're male or female. Because I know some guys that can bust out some nails better than any woman can. I know some children that can do nails good. Maybe you have a daughter or a son. They just want to do nails. You could get them a few of these little kits. Next thing you know, they got their own nail business going. I mean, their self-esteem would be through the roof. Not only do they got their own nail business, they got their own labels. They branded themselves. They got the social media pages together. As soon as you make a new set, you take a picture, you videotape it, you throw it up on TikTok right away. Throw it up on TikTok right away. You know, and then you tell other people to follow you so that they can give you some good advice. Oh, I like that. Could you make that green next time? Or I like that, but could you put a signature on it? I used to sign my nails. Like whenever I would do a set of nails when I was airbrushing way back, I would put a signature on the side of each set of nails that I did. So you know that you got your nails done by me. And so if somebody said, oh, who did your nails? You couldn't say somebody else did them, because I would sign the nail and I would set it in there so it wouldn't, you would have to break that whole nail off to get my signature off of it. And look at these. Look how pretty these toenails are. But like I said, in a situation like this, I would reinforce the stones before I sold them. Otherwise, you would have to tell that person that you're selling them to, listen, these nails are as is. If a stone fall off tomorrow, you are not responsible because they're manufactured. I did not make these nails. I'm just selling these nails. It's best to be honest when it comes down to a situation like this, because you definitely don't want to get started and already you got a bad name because the products that you sell are cheap. Now, we know these products from AliExpress are cheap. I'm going to be honest with you. I never have had a problem with the toenails because I purchased some of these to see how durable they are. I've never had a problem with them as long as you shave them down properly and put them on properly and make sure they're not too long. The client should have no problem wearing these nails for a whole month. You can get at least 3 weeks out of it. Depends on how rough you are. But look at all the colors that they come in. So what if the client said, okay, I want a blue pair, I want a green pair, I want an orange pair, and I want a white pair. You only paid $1.71 for 24 pieces. Listen, don't hate, okay? Participate, help somebody out. I know you know somebody that want to do nails but they ain't got no money, they can't afford to start their own business. Even if that's you, you can do it. And you can do it. Have faith in yourself that you can. Because like I said, everybody can't sculpt the nail on the toe. You know, they got to have forms and all. I can sculpt the nail freehand because I've been doing it for so long. That's one of the things that people love to do back in the 80s and 90s was get their toenails extended. Half the time I didn't have no extender. I didn't have nothing. I would just put the acrylic up there and extend it out little by little by little until it got to where I wanted it to be. But look at this box. This box is mixed and matched. Even if you bought this box yourself, you can walk around with mixed match toes all day. These are cute. They're already have the little flower designs on them. Now later on I realized that these Frenches are a little light, and this is the reason why we're going with Frenches, because Frenches is the hottest thing popping right now. Everybody has a variation of a French. I'm so sick of looking at it, but that's just what it is right now. Everybody's in love with Frenches. So that's the reason why I'm showing you Frenches, but they do have some solids. Also, I'm going to be showing you some darker Frenches, some purple Frenches. This is so beautiful. Look at this set. Now I'm going to go on down and see what else they got and see what they look like. So let's click on this picture right here. Okay, so this is what it comes like. It just has the name Nails on it. That's it. Why couldn't you be a nail distributor? You can. You can. And then once you make the money, because this is just to start you off, okay? Now if you want to keep doing this and it's working for you, great. Because they do look cute. They are cute. But another way to get your product out there is to wear your product. So you have to be your own model. Do your own feet. Put some toe rings on there. And when people say, oh my God, your feet look so pretty, and you're like, you know what, I sell these. Would you like to buy a pair? And then of course, after a while, you're going to have to start giving some deals. So it's like, you know, you can get 2 for $20 or 2 for $25. But so you start going up to $30, that's pedicure prices. So like I said, make sure that when you get your price list together, it stays what it is. You don't want to be one of those distributors where every week you're going up on your prices. Because actually, the cheaper the price, the more you're going to sell. Now, for those of us that like to do the little ones nails, I did find some little ones nails here for little girls. These little mini nails. They had all different colors. They were so cute for just $1.02. How many of you know women that like to do mommy and me's? Did a whole lot of mommy and me's when I was in the city. The mother would come and get her nails done, and the little girl would want her nails done just like the mother. And this is a great way to do it. So not only are you selling a set of nails to the mommy, but you're selling a set of nails to the daughter too. So now mommy and me got our nails the same, or as close to being the same as possible. So now when you are selling this, you know you have to add on glue. You have to add on the file or the glue tab and the box if it doesn't come in a box. So these are things that you have to add on too. But to be honest with you, you didn't make the nails, you just bought them and you're selling them. So you really didn't put no work into it. Like I said, unless you're going to put some embellishments on it, I really wouldn't overcharge. Now, there are people that don't like tips on their nails or feet. So this is when you have the toenail color stickers. Stickers come in many different colors. And you get a few sheets, okay? So it ain't just one sheet. You do get a few sheets. Some of them do come with more than one sheet. But for $1, I mean, really. Like this one, that one comes with 5 sheets. So that's what I'm saying. And then all you would need is a cuticle pusher and a file. That's it. You can sell that for $10. Mind you, you only pay $3. Or sell it for whatever you want to. I'm just saying. Right now, the economy is really bad. I would not want to overcharge somebody for something like this. Because you want return clients. You want people to be calling you. Make sure your number is on the card. Or some type of way for them to get in contact with you through social media. So when you get your business cards made, or your photo card, because that's always good to get a postcard photo card, and on that card it has all the things that you do, and on the back of that card is your prices and your social medias. Get 100 cards, 150 cards. That might cost you $30. Look at this little light thing. People put it underneath the nail. I have no idea how it works. And it looks like something I don't want to learn how to do, but I have seen this underneath people's nails during the holiday. These little flat glow in the dark lights. And it's pretty flat. And then you, of course, lay your embellishment over top of it to hide the light itself. It takes a while to put embellishments and to polish press-on nails. Beautiful. Just beautiful. For $2.15. You get 5 pieces. They have all different colors. Or you can get all the colors for $7. And have blinking nails all day and night. Check this out. What about your toes? You can put it on your toes. So pretty. Anyway, let's move on. Look at these metallics. I found some metallics for you. All different colors. Silver, blue, gold. Let's go down here a little bit and see what they're looking like. Okay, that's what the box looks like. And you know, these are like the basic ones that you find in the drugstore. You know, they ain't no worse than the ones that you get at the drugstore. Now, if you really wanted to step it up, you could get your website. And like I said, Wix will give you a free website as long as you're not selling anything. But if you decide to sell something, your Wix website will run you $300 a year. Then you would have to pay somebody to keep it running and to load all the products on it. So you would have to pay somebody to load it up. Once it's up and running, you would just need someone to do the maintenance every now and then to make sure that it doesn't crash. But look at this set. You can sell stuff like this on your Wix website. Now the free website, you can't sell anything on it, but if you buy the whole plan, then you could sell stuff on it. Otherwise, what you could do is you could put your products up there and then do like me. I have a little disclaimer at the bottom that lets people know if they want to get classes from me, or if they want to hire me for any reason, then they should contact me through blankety blank, blankety blank. And you could do it that way. You could override all that. Now we finally got to nail pop. Y'all know how much I really like nail pop right now. Only because the colors that they have, when it comes down to their Frenches, the colors are different. They even have almost like the gray colored French nails. They aren't very long, but I did find some that was longer than the average, and we'll look at that a little bit later. But yeah, because if your skin tone is not really coinciding with the nails that they have on the market now, then your hands will look kind of funny based upon the color of the French nail that you put on. So I always say to a person that gets their nails French that you should try to get as close as you can to your own natural skin color, because Frenches are supposed to look as natural as possible unless you're doing color Frenches. And I did find some color Frenches for you if that's what you're into. But let's look at these. These are full caps. Now for those of you that don't want the nail stuck onto its own holder, then these are nice too. These are full caps. They're nice and long and slender, so you really don't have to file them really. You might have to file the tips if anything. And as long as you keep your gel thin based, it will not change the shape of the nail, because we know gel, when it gets under the light, it expands a little bit. So you don't want to put a whole bunch on there. Actually, these nails are really good for airbrushing or just blending them up as they are. If you can't do that, then you could also do glitter. Glitter is a good way to just do a set of nails. Glitter bomb them. So here are the colored Frenches. They came in a few different colors. Might not be the colors that you like, but some people will like this. Everybody doesn't like white tips. Everybody doesn't like long nails. So when you're selling and you're trying to distribute and you're trying to get your business name out there, you want to have different types of nails for different types of people. Most working women, this is pretty long for them. This is not active length at all. But there are some women that do like long nails, regardless of what they're doing. So these are the nails I was talking to you about. Now see, they're a little darker when it comes down to different types of skin tones. Everybody's skin is not the same. I like a pink nail, but sometimes a pink nail doesn't look very good on me. So this nail was so pretty. Would you look at that? That is just amazingly beautiful. Even in the box, it's pretty. So that whole box is $4. I mean, really. And they have the medium length and the active length. This one was pretty too. It looked a little grayish. That's just so pretty. I would buy that. And then of course they had clear, and then they had like a white. You see what I'm saying? And those will be good for weddings because you could just bling those up. Could you imagine if you blinged up that whole entire box, what you could sell it for? Bling it up and set it right back in the box and sell that whole entire box. Because there's a lot of nails in the box. And whenever I'm doing nails like this, I never take it off of its original stand. I just hold it in the middle and I paint it. And then I set it back in the box. And then when I'm done, I sell the whole entire box. The client has to really know how to size their own nails up. So I do give a little bit of education whenever I have a client that wants me to make a whole box for them. I educate them on how to remove the nails properly, how to clean the nails first, clean your own nails, give yourself a little mini manicure, dry your nails out, and then how to put the nails on and shape them properly according to the size. So you don't want the nails to be too small, and you don't want the nail to be too big. That's why I just leave it on the whole thing, because one hand may be bigger than the other. So these nails are $2.15. Look how pretty they are. Like I said, I did find another one that's much longer, but they were clear, which is fine. I had different shapes, and I'm definitely thinking about getting this set. Now, if you go onto AliExpress, I'm gonna definitely leave a link to every one that we looked at in the description box below, so you can just go straight to it. So if you get these nails and you get in your mind about how you want to sell it, how you want to do it, like I said, just scout around your neighborhood, scout around the city where you live, and see where the salons or spas are that you can identify with. And you understand what I'm saying, because I'm not a prejudiced person, but we know some salons we can't go in there now. Some salons we can't sell water or a piece of bread in, okay? So what I'm saying is that scout around and find that one or two that's in your area and become a distributor, become a nail distributor. And if by chance they don't want to buy, then you give them the incentive of, well, let me leave these here and I'll be back in a couple of weeks. And if you sell them, then this is my commission. You keep the rest. If you don't sell them, then I'll be back the following week. You have to keep calling and checking in and call. And as a matter of fact, what would be good is if you gave some of your products to the owner. Well, let me give you a box so that you can try it for yourself. And then if you like it, I'll be back and we need to make a deal, because I'm not going to give you this box for nothing. If I give you this box, and that means when I come back, I should be able to put my stuff in your display case, or I should be able to speak to your nail techs in here. And now I have a product that they don't have, like this, the diamond tip. So I noticed a lot of nail techs are doing the diamond tips on Instagram, these glass looking beveled nails, which are best done with jellies. Very, very pretty. I will be buying a box. Can't wait to see what they look like. Very nice. Let me know what you think about this. I'm pretty sure that there are a million different ways that you could come up with on your own how you could brand yourself and become a distributor, or have your own press-on nail business. Because you don't have to become a distributor. You could actually have your own press-on nail business and sit down and design these nails and sell them for much more. You could take a $2 set of nails and sell them for $50. You can do that. Okay, so now we're coming down to the end of this video. So what I wanted to tell you about my extra email. I have an extra email because spam and foolishness goes to that email. I have everything divided up, because a lot of times people will send me stuff that don't have nothing to do with my business or my person. So that's why I have a separate email just for spam. And every now and then I might check it, I may not. Because 9 times out of 10 there's going to be a whole bunch of foolishness in spam anyway. And if I don't know if I really want to give a website my email address or not, I'll throw that email address in there. I'll do that. So now let's look at adhesives. So you can either get the tab adhesives or you could get glue. Now, let me warn you about buying glue in bulk. If you buy glue in bulk, you have to use it by a certain time, because what happens is the glue will dry up in the container. So if you haven't used that glue within 6 months to a year, I would not put that glue into a box with some nails and send it off, because it's not going to be any good. It'll be hard, or either it'll be so stiff it won't come out. And like I said, you don't want a bad reputation selling your products. So I don't put glue into the boxes that I sell. I put glue tabs. Now here is a good illustration of this lady showing you how to clean your nail properly and how to put on a glue tab properly and how to pull off the excess tape. So this is a two-sided tape. First, she's measuring up her nail. She's putting the glue tab as close to the cuticle without putting it on the cuticle. Then she's rubbing it. That's what you do. And then you take the tab and you pull it back. Now, if you cannot pull the tab back, that basically means that the tabs are either old or you're not doing it right. But it works. And what I normally do is, if you hold it down and squeeze it on the sides, it'll be so tight. It will be really, really tight. Another thing that you could do is you could put glue on top of the glue tab and then lay it down. Thought about that? You could do that too. So it's up to you whether you want to put real glue into your boxes or not. In the beginning, I was putting real glue, and I was also putting tabs too. I was doing both because everybody doesn't want glue on their nails. Some people just want their nails just for a couple of hours. They don't want to be fighting and tugging with their nails, trying to get the nails off. So here's a box. This is a cute little box that you can buy. Or you can either just go on Amazon. You can go to the Dollar Tree and buy boxes in bulk if you want to. It's really up to you. These boxes are 72 cents a piece. So like I said, you have to estimate in the cost boxes and all of that versus what you spent. And then that's how you come up with a price. And then of course you add on the labor for you to put it together and for you to go out and sell it. Here's some cute little boxes. They're expensive, but you can get 10 pieces for $13. If you want to sell it for more money, then your packaging is going to have to be better. So like I said, if you want to sell this stuff for more money, your packages need to be better, number one. Number two, your branding has to be on. Number three, you got to know what you're talking about when they ask you about these things too. Okay, now I have a few videos that I want to show you about why we should not do the Russian manicure. Now I have a lot of clients that were coming to me at one time asking me to do this Russian manicure. I refused. And I'm going to show you some videos on why I refused. Number one, everybody's cuticle is not the same. Take me for instance. I cannot cut my cuticles because if I do, my cuticles will rip backwards and I will have so many problems with hangnails. So I do not I push my cuticles back, and whatever's under it, I clean it. But I do not cut my cuticle around. I don't do that. And there will be no way for you to know that unless your client told you that they really just cannot get their cuticles cut. Like no matter what, they just can't get them cuticles cut. If you cut them cuticles because they haven't told you that they're diabetic or they're on some type of blood thinner, next thing you know, they're bleeding, and it takes a long time for a person like that to clot. That's the reason why I always sit down with my client and I have a consultation with them. And the first thing I ask them is, are you on any type of medications? How much water do you drink? And are you allergic to anything? So those three things are three things that you need to be asking your client, number one, before you even touch them. And then once they tell you that, then it will let you know what you can and cannot do. Sometimes these clients want things that they just cannot have, and they need to accept that. Otherwise, you're going to be responsible for them going to the hospital, because now they have a situation that's out of control because you cut their cuticles and given them a Russian manicure, and their fingers have swollen up. Now, this is a video that I found on the internet. Look at these cuticles. Look how red and swollen they are. I took a picture of it, like a snapshot, so you could just look and see. I mean, really, what is it gonna take, man? You could just look and see the damage inside her skin is so raw. I mean, really? This thing is getting serious. Like I said, everything that looks good is not good for everyone. There's nothing wrong with just getting a regular manicure. Getting your cuticles pushed back regularly and taking care of those hangnails the right way. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know everything about doing nails, but certain things I do know, and that is the safety of my client comes first. Later for the money. So if I'm going to be out here and I'm going to call myself a nail tech, what type of nail tech am I going to be? Am I going to be a nail tech that's about my client's safety and health? Or am I going to be a nail tech that's just all about the money? Hey, you let me know. All right, so we come down to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I'm hoping it was informative in some way to you. Like I said, all the links are down in the description box below. If you have any questions, even if you would like for me to make more videos in depth on how to work these document photo programs, editing software, then let me know. So until I see you again now, friends, have a wonderful and blessed day.